There's a bee in my bonnet, hello, hello. A bee in my bonnet, hello. There's a bee in my bonnet, hello, hello. A bee in my bonnet, hello. Would you be my song and I'll be your sonnet? You be my chair and I'll surely sit on it. I'll bring the gin and you bring the tonic. A bee in my bonnet, hello. There's a bee in my bonnet, hello, hello. A bee in my bonnet.
Hey everybody, this is Andy Hall, and I am here to share with you another verse of the Bible. We are on Genesis chapter 3. For those of you who tuned in for the last two videos, for chapters 1 and 2, we had God separating. There was a separation of the waters, the heavenly waters, that are being held up by the dome, the firmament. And then we had God creating man and woman. That was in chapter 1. And then in chapter 2, he created man, and then had man name all the animals in creation, the birds, the beasts. I guess the birds are beasts. Maybe they're different phylum in the Old Testament. I don't really know. But it was only until Adam was done naming all the creatures that God said to himself, he needs a partner. Maybe God was thinking, Adam's not really happy with being partnered with any of the crawly, walking, bird, swimming beasts I've made, which is kind of weird. So I will make him a partner from his own flesh. That's thinking right there. So we're going to continue with Genesis chapter 3 right now. Well, the third chapter opens up with the serpent, the so-called villain. Now the serpent was more crafty than any other wild animal that the Lord God had made. He said to the woman, "Did God say you shall not eat from any tree in the garden?" The woman said to the serpent, "We may eat of the fruit of the trees in the garden." But God said, "You shall not eat of the fruit of the tree that is in the middle of the garden, nor shall you touch it, or you shall die." But the serpent said to the woman, "You will not die, for God knows that when you eat of it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil." So when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was a delight to the eyes, and that the tree was to be desired to make one wise, she took of its fruit and ate, and she also gave some to her husband who was with her, and he ate. Then the eyes of both were opened, and they knew that they were naked. They sewed fig leaves together and made loincloths for themselves. They heard the sound of the Lord God walking in the garden at the time of the evening breeze, and the man and his wife hid themselves from the presence of the Lord God among the trees of the garden. But the Lord God said to the man and said to him, "Where are you?" The omnipotent being wants to know where you are. "I heard the sound of you in the garden, and I was afraid, because I was naked, and I hid myself." He said, "Who told you you were naked?" The internet. "Have you eaten from the tree of which I commanded you not to eat?" The man said, "The woman whom you gave to be with me, she gave me the fruit from the tree, and I ate." Well, he just pushed her underneath the bus right there. Then the Lord God said to the woman, "What is this that you have done?" The woman said, "The serpent tricked me, and I ate." The Lord said to the serpent, "Because you have done this, cursed are you among all animals and among all wild creatures. Upon your belly you shall go, and dust you shall eat all the days of your life. I will put enmity between you and the woman, and between your offspring and hers. He will strike your head, and you will strike his heel." To the woman he said, "I will greatly increase your pangs in childbearing. In pain you shall bring forth children, yet your desire shall be for your husband, and he shall rule over you. And to the man he said, because you have listened to the voice of your wife, and have eaten of the tree about which I commanded you, you shall not eat of it. See, that's what you get for when you listen to the women folk, those uppity vagina types. Thorns and thistles it shall bring forth for you, and you shall eat the plants of the field. By the sweat of your face you shall eat bread until you return to the ground, for out of it you were taken. You are dust, and to dust you shall return. The man named his wife Eve, because she was the mother of all living. And the Lord God made garments of skins for the man and his wife, and clothed them. Then the Lord God said, See, the man has become like one of us. This will not be the only reference of God being more than one person, or God being just one being amongst many gods in the Old Testament. But you already know that, right? Knowing good and evil, and now he might reach out his hand and take also from the tree of life and eat and live forever. Therefore the Lord God sent him forth from the Garden of Eden to till the ground from which he was taken. He drove out the man, and at the east of the Garden of Eden he placed the cherubim, an angel, and a sword flaming and turning to guard the way to the tree of life. Chapter 3 is done. Will chapter 4 be tomorrow? I think it just may be. Thanks for watching.